Drew, a pretty frantic afternoon here at the Athletic Ground. We leave with a 36-31 win. Give us your initial thoughts after that one.
First and foremost, a win's a win.
Yeah.
We had the mindset just coming in to win today. It's good to get the first one out of the way, and look to build into next season. I mean next week. I know it's going to be a long road, long and tough journey going into the league games, but yeah, certainly very pleased to get the win, and especially it being a local derby.
Yeah, let's just look back at the game. The start, it really looked like we had a point to prove after last week. We kind of raced into the bonus point. Must have been delighted with the way we started the game.
Yeah, it was. We had the mindset of starting early. I mean, not taking our foot off the gas. So I guess coming out in the second half, we started off well, and then just lapse of concentration. Just getting a bit complacent, but yeah, just glad that we held on till the end. Credit to a good Scottish side too this afternoon. They certainly showed up as well.
Some great tries in the first half, weren't there? I know it was the forwards that pretty much fronted up last week, but the backs looked pretty good when they got the ball in hand this afternoon, didn't they?
Yeah, they were very good. They executed well. They finished off really well. A lot of the moves. Scored a lot of points too. Really glad that they got involved early on in the game as well. Good to see our wingers scoring tries and just making it easy for the forwards. Yeah.
That try for Lawrence May, it looked like you were back to your normal self, just causing havoc at the breakdown and making the break, and then offloading to Lawrence. You must have been pretty pleased with that one.
Yeah. Then again, just trying to get the points on the board, just to make it easy for the team in general. Yeah, just happened to find myself in the right position, and then he was in good support, and yeah, something good to build on going into next week.
Westy scored kind of 5 minutes into the second half to put us, I think it was 36-12 in front. You could have been forgiven, I guess, for thinking you were clear, but Scottish certainly came back, didn't they? Was that just perhaps a lack of intensity in the last 20 minutes?
I guess, yeah, so they really got momentum, and our errors didn't help as well. Just how easy the game could turn, especially if you lose focus for the last 5 minutes. However long it was in the second half, midway through the second half, we lost concentration and started getting complacent. And then they played really smart. They played to their strength, so they were very in reach of us. So yeah, it's good to come away.
That second half, I know they came back and it was pretty scary towards the end. But are they kind of easier fixes? The fact that you're 20 odd points up and you're perhaps forgiven for letting in a couple of sloppy tries. It means that if you just kind of tighten up towards the end of games, and you can look at fixing that perhaps.
Exactly, it's an area there where we have to go back and sit down and talk as a group, and probably improve on for next week. We know Leeds, it won't be an easy game, but all credit to both teams today. To Ealing, the Ealing boys were sticking in there, just grinding it out till the end. We always knew it's going to be it'll come down to the wire. So. Yeah. Just happy to get away with a win, yeah.
Yeah, I think when the lead went down to about 5 points, there was still 5 minutes on the clock, so we have to give credit to ourselves as well for holding out the game.
Exactly, and getting the bonus point. So yeah, it's good to get points on the board and on the table, yeah.
The message in the huddle was pretty much just a win's a win. That is our first win of the season. How pleasing is it to get those 5 points on the board?
It's big. It's something to build on. A win is a win, like I said before. 1 point or 100 points. We'll take it. It's always a positive. So yeah, we'll go back and we'll look to improve.
Another huge one on Sky Sports next weekend, back at home to Yorkshire Carnegie. What are we going to be looking at this week ahead of that one?
Yorkshire Carnegie, yeah, we know they'll be travelling down, home game, so hopefully the Ealing supporters come out and support us. It's another big league game, so another week to improve, play well, and try and get another W.
You mentioned the supporters there. Just finally, a word for them this afternoon. Plenty travelled. They certainly made themselves vocal, didn't they?
Exactly, yeah. Towards the last 5 minutes of the game, they were very vocal, and we appreciate everybody coming out, showing your support, and backing us till the end.
Well played today, mate. Our first win of the season this afternoon. I know it wasn't particularly pretty towards the end, but as you said in the huddle there after final whistle, a win's a win, and we celebrate the fact that we've got our first win of the season.
Yeah, 100%. It's been a tough week, hasn't it? So I think the boys, I'm incredibly proud of how they've come through this week. They've worked incredibly hard at training, and for 50 odd minutes of that game I thought we were very, very good. Similar story to last week against Irish. We were in control first half, we put away a lot of our chances. We just need to back ourselves more to keep going at teams.
I know we obviously say a win's a win, but how much were we sweating towards the end there? We seemed to stop playing in those last 20 minutes, didn't we?
They're a good side. We got a few injuries. We had back rows in the second row, but the boys never gave up, and again, work rate's a massive thing that we asked for, and I thought they worked incredibly hard. In
terms of that first kind of half an hour or so, it looked like we had a real statement to make, didn't we? You must have been delighted with that performance.
Yeah, again, it's I said to the boys in pre-season we've been performing for maybe 40 minutes at a time. Against Irish we were very good for 40. Today probably 50 odd minutes I thought we were very good, so we just got to little parts of our game stop switching off, but in general I think you can see both our centres are going to be a real handful. Some good control from the half-backs. Pete Lydon played well at full-back. Howard Patman, first game of the season, nice little break for the try, and again the pack showed some really good dominance up front.
And opposite to last week, it didn't actually seem we created that many chances in the first half, but we seemed to take them all, so you must have been pleased with how clinical we were.
Yeah, 100%. We spoke about when we get into the opposition 22, when we got there, some of the stuff we worked on the week came off nicely, and we created some, maybe not as many opportunities, but maybe that's because we're actually putting them away and we're back down to our half to receive a kick-off.
What was the main message at half-time? Again, we came out firing early in the second half with that try from Ben West, just I think 5 minutes in or so.
Yeah, there was a couple of areas in attack we felt we could really strike at them, and I just felt we didn't do that enough in the second half, so that was one of the main messages at half-time, and the other was probably just defensively discipline and make sure we were stopping those offloads, and again we gave away an early penalty in the second half just for being offside, and it gave them a bit of territory and allowed them to apply pressure on us.
I think it was 36-12 with about 20 minutes to go, and then obviously it got back to 36-31. Do you think the players were perhaps guilty of a bit of complacency there?
I don't think it was complacency. I just think we played poorly, and we didn't. We stopped putting our stamp on them, so they stopped having to defend us. We were playing negatively, I'd say, rather than going out to score more points. We were playing to protect a lead, and I look at the side we've got. We don't need to do that, so we need to keep stamping our authority on the game for the full 80 minutes.
Ultimately, in those last 5 minutes, we had to close it out with obviously just less than a score in it. How pleased were you with the fact that we just went through the phases seemed pretty calm and booted the ball off the pitch at the end?
Yeah, 100%. I thought Craig Willis, Luke Carter organised that really nicely. Carter had real good control there, saw out the game, and we got the job done.
And looking forward to Yorkshire next week, another big one at home. Looking forward to that.
After that win, Ollie, I can't even look that far ahead at the moment. So it'll be a good game next week. Yorkshire are a very good side. We've had some really good battles with them over the last couple of years, but our main focus will be I keep saying to you, but we just keep improving week on week, so we need to put in an 80-minute performance if we want to win that game.
And just finally, I know you've kind of touched on it already, but credit to the players. That was a pretty challenging week, and they've come through it with a 5-point win, haven't they?
I can't speak highly enough of them. They're a great group of lads. They keep working hard, they'll get their rewards.